magic.
Well, it actually happened. After years of quiet rumors, studio job postings, and tight-lipped executive meetings, ArenaNet took the stage at Summer Games Fest and dropped the bomb. Guild Wars 3 is officially real. And this isn't just a distant concept. We have a setting, a wild new premise, and an initial release platform list that's a massive first for the franchise. But with a brand new game on the horizon, the community is asking the obvious questions. What exactly is Guild Wars 3? Where does it leave the games we spent thousands of hours playing? And how does that tie back to the lore of Guild Wars 1 and 2? Well, today we're going to break down everything we know so far. Hey everyone, this is Dak, and welcome back to the Eternal Alt. If you love MMOs, narrative-driven games, and commentary on both, leave me a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's start with the biggest twist, and that is the timeline. Guild Wars 3 is actually a prequel. It takes place over 1,000 years before the events of the original Guild Wars 1. So ArenaNet has confirmed the game is set in the legendary region of Orr, but forget that flooded undead ruin we've explored in Guild Wars 2. A millennium before all of that, Orr was a vast, untamed wilderness frontier overflowing with raw, ancient magic. Instead of fighting elder dragons or undead armies, you'll play as a Veil Warden, a member of an adventurers guild dedicated to protecting the land and magical entities that live there, known as Veil Spirits. The main conflict revolves around rival guilds clashing over whether or not to protect or exploit this massive magical bounty. And that creature you saw in the trailer, that's called a Seeker. Every player will get one, serving as both your spiritual connection to the world and a core open world mount. Now let's talk mechanics, because ArenaNet is making some massive technical pivots. For the first time in franchise history, a Guild Wars game is coming to home consoles. It's officially wishlistable on Steam and the PlayStation Store. Because it's built from the ground up for both PC and PS5, the combat system has been fundamentally redesigned to feel incredible whether you're using a controller or a mouse and keyboard. ArenaNet is promising an action RPG-inspired system that emphasizes positioning and, get this, momentum. The developers stated that you will be able to run, slide, leap, and seamlessly transfer your momentum between different modes of travel. Even cooler, you can actually harness that physical speed and convert it into bigger damage and heavier impact when you slam into enemies. Combine that with the deep character customization and build crafting the franchise is famous for, and we're looking at a wildly dynamic combat model. Alright, let's address the char in the room. What happens to the games we already love? When a new MMO gets announced, panic usually sets in that the old servers are going to get abandoned. But studio head Colin Johansson explicitly addressed this, stating, "We are not replacing your favorite games." ArenaNet has committed to actively developing all three games at the same time. Guild Wars Reforged, Guild Wars 2, and Guild Wars 3, all three games share the same world of Tyria. They are intentionally very different in design, in experience, and where they sit on the timeline. In fact, they're actively building bridges in between them. For Guild Wars 2 players, ArenaNet announced the Hall of Monuments 2.0. It's a new rewards and achievement system coming to Guild Wars 2 later this year that will directly link our current achievements to progression and cosmetics in Guild Wars 3. They're also adding a brand new free-to-play open-world map set in Orr to act as a narrative bridge. So your progress in Guild Wars 2 right now will matter when the next chapter drops. So when can we actually play it? Since the game was just officially unveiled, we still have a bit of a wait ahead of us. ArenaNet has announced that the very first playable beta test is targeted for the fall of 2027. We can expect smaller feature deep dives and concept art drops throughout the rest of the year and into 2027, but the true hands-on experience is still a couple of years away. The official website is live, and you can sign up for the newsletter right now to get a slot in that 2027 beta if you are interested. But I want to hear from you. How do you feel about the prequel setting? Are you hyped to play a Guild Wars game on the PS5 with a controller? Or are you going to stay strictly mouse and keyboard? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more MMORPG updates, and I'll see you all in Tyria.